On August 28, 1963, over 250,000 people came together at the National Mall in Washington, D.C., to form one of the most important demonstrations for racial equality in the history of the United States. That day, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech. With 4 words, he inspired the nation with his dream of a better future. While the breadth of his speech touched on a variety of issues that plagued Black Americans, his demands of never being satisfied with inequities in housing, policing, and voting echo familiar conversations of our present. Let's examine how Dr. King's words are more relevant today than ever.
Maybe the last time you march on Washington.
Maybe the last time, but I don't know.
We're singing this
May be the last.
And the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence.
Well, it may be the last time you march.
They were signing a promissory note.
Well, it may be the last
This
time.
note was a promise that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is obvious today, instead of honoring this sacred obligation, America has given the Negro people a bad check. We refuse to believe that there are insufficient funds in the great vaults of opportunity of this nation. So we've come to cash this check, a check that will give us upon demand the riches of freedom and the security of justice. Now is the time. We cannot be satisfied as long as the Negro's basic mobility is from a smaller ghetto to a larger one.
Why did you select Levittown to live?
We were looking for a place to buy a home. We looked at Levittown, and we liked the homes here. We liked the advantages that Levittown seemed to offer in comparison to other cities. And we understood that it was going to be all white, and we were very happy to buy a home here.
The racist housing practices of the past caused a ripple effect that still impacts Black and brown families today. But it's easier to show you rather than explain it to you. The goal of the game